Hi guys, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me for yet another video with your 5 a.m. mom. Yes, thank you so much for all those people who have subscribed, liked, comment and shared my videos. I really appreciate it. Please keep sharing, please liking, please keep subscribing to my videos. You know, it's nice to see, like, with each video your views are getting more and there are few comments out there, so I really appreciate all the support. Please continue doing that. So today I want to talk about my breastfeeding journey. So to start off, we all know that people are told that you need to breastfeed for 2 years. Me, I do not do that. My child's teeth were, I felt like I had Godzilla on my breast. He would really bite and pull, and you know, it's not like you plan for them to bite, they just go and you're like, what? Because it's so painful. So I quit at 1 year 2 months. I was like, nah, not happening. But I think that's enough. He's still alive, so I think he's okay. And I do give him fresh milk now, which it was okay. The peds said, okay, after 1 year you can. And I just stopped breastfeeding. But I started incorporating chimombe, and that's what he drinks every day. 6 months. So 6 months is 6 months exclusive breastfeeding. Me, I didn't do that. Please forgive me if his pediatrician is watching this. I doubt he will, but I did not do that. I incorporated formula into his feeds to supplement, not because there was anything wrong or I didn't have enough breast milk. I had breast milk on overdrive, but I also wanted him to sort of get used to the formula taste, because you know there are those instances where some kids reject formula because maybe they're so used to the taste of breast milk. So I didn't want that. I wanted him to actually take formula and milk. Okay, so to start off, I breastfed. I think I introduced formula at 2 months. I sort of pushed. So how I didn't introduce breast formula kawan, like making a whole bottle of formula. I introduced it. I don't know if there's I know it's combination feeding, but I don't know if there's a technical term for what I did. So I slowly introduced formula by mixing the formula with my breast milk. So I'll sort of start, like if his feed was 100 mils, for example, I'll sort of start with putting 40 mils formula and 60 mils breast milk, just so that the taste, he gets used to the taste. And then gradually, maybe after a week, I would put 50 mils formula, 50 mils breast in the same bottle. Then increase until like maybe he had gotten used to the formula taste. So I first tried using naan. He wasn't having it, he refused. Then I tried S26 and that worked. So we did S26, but I would buy the small chigaba because I wasn't on 100% formula. I still wanted him to have my breast milk. So it was like 1 feed a day, like especially when I went back to work. So but 1 feed a day was now 100% formula, or the formula that was slowly taking over the breast milk. So that was 1 feed a day, just for him to adapt. That worked well. I was so fortunate that he didn't get constipated, because I know that some people say that formula constipates children. So that worked. So we did that. But you know what, kids are so interesting, because I remember I was now doing a formula feed, like, you know, until he was about 6 months. Then all of a sudden he just started refusing. He would not take formula. And he was doing it perfectly fine, but I guess one day he just woke up and he was like, nah, he refused. So I actually stopped buying the formula. I gave up completely, and I was now just giving him his porridge when I introduced porridge and my breast milk. So during my breastfeeding journey, this thing, guys, this thing is absolutely magical. I used a medela pump. I got it from my sister. Guys, this thing is a gandanga. It is the Medela lifestyle pump. Let me try and get you to see it. So it is actually 8 years old. Yes, my sister had her first child 8 years ago, and she used this. Then she had a second child, and she used this, and she kept it. So it's quite strong. Then I had my child 2022, ta-da, and I used this. So it worked magic. I would pump and freeze, and pump and freeze. Why I know there are women out there who do exclusive pumping, which is a whole, I actually think it's easier to breastfeed than exclusive pumping, but I know some people do it not out of choice. Some people do it because maybe the child is not able to latch, or maybe your nipple may be too big for the child, and for inverted nipples, various reasons. So that's another story that maybe I'll also do a video on, because I do have friends and family that did exclusive pumping. So I used to pump and freeze, and the reason why I pumped and froze is because I wanted that when I went back to work, there would always be frozen milk for auntie to defrost and give him, and I'm not having to pump and come home, pump at work, come home, give auntie. I just pump. So I had a stash, like a whole shelf in my deep freeze was frozen breast milk, and that we now had a system in place, where I would know that in the morning I'll wake up and breastfeed him. So I know he's breastfed. I'll breastfeed with one breast. Then with the other breast, after I've burped him, I pump with the other breast. It's a job, guys. It's like a conveyor belt. I would pump with the other breast, so I'll know, okay, so his mid-morning feed is done. Then his afternoon feed, because there's a stash, auntie would know that, take the afternoon feed or 2 feeds from there. And then the other feed was a formula feed. So it was like a system. And by the time I got home at 3 o'clock for breastfeeding hour, he's on my breast, I'm pumping. I also used to pump at lunchtime at work, because obviously you don't want your breast to get engorged. So I'd pump at lunchtime at work, then I'll know, feed for tomorrow, sharp, done. So it was a system. So I used to walk around like with this bag. It's the medela bag, again from my sister, 8 years old. I would go to work every day with 2 bottles to make sure I come back with 2 full bottles, and so I know that feed for tomorrow done, and a feed to deep, not a feed, a packet to deep, to put in the deep freeze is done. So that was pretty much. So to store my breast milk, I used this breastfeeding bag. So this is an unopened packet. I will store it from my future child. Sorry, there we go. It's the breastfeeding bag. I think this one was the one for 180 mils. Guys, I would feel so chuffed, like the bottle, like for example, this is a 250 ml, so you'd pump and then you'd close the 250 ml. You felt like a hero, guys. When you pumped and you felt this, you'd be like, shucks, damn it, 2 feeds or 1 feed. Then you'd freeze and you'd have a portion. So this is actually a closed bag. Yeah, so unfortunately I can't really take it. Maybe I can. So it comes like milk, and then it's resealable. So your breastfeeding bag is this one, and then you write the date. I don't want to confirm. I think you can't keep breastfed milk for more than I don't know, let me not lie, I forgot, but you'd write the name and the date and the amount, so auntie would just take this out, and it's a feed, and you thaw it and you put it in your bottle, and there's a feed. So that really saved me. Like, it really saved me. I think pumping and storing is the best. And I remember when I was explaining to my mother-in-law, she asked me, so what do you do, Nemwana, when you go to work? Do you come back to feed? And I'll tell her, no, Mama, I just store. There's milk in the deep freeze, it's frozen. And she was so amazed. She was like, oh, this was what? And we just got to push it, you just breastfeed. But this technique, this innovation, thank you. So fortunately enough, because I have 6 sisters that keep having children and populating the earth, I actually got a new medela pump from my other sister. This is like the newer version, but I'll still keep the old one. This is the medela swing. So I've got 2 pumps. I encourage people to keep giving birth so that I don't have to buy pumps. I've got spare parts and I really appreciate it. The last thing that I would probably like to share is I also use this USB bottle warmer from Tots Baby. I don't know if you can see it. This was so efficient when we were driving or whatever, or if I would mix formula in the car and in a flask or the water's not so warm, I would actually plug this where I plug the flash stick, and the milk would heat up to maybe an okay temperature. It wouldn't boil, it would just keep milk warm and would feed him on the go. So I think this is super cool. It's just a gadget that I really appreciated during my journey, if we went breastfeeding or was trying to mix formula. So that was me in my breastfeeding journey. I know that a lot of people, when it came to weaning him off, I actually didn't struggle with engorgement. I never like, when I weaned him eventually, I didn't have that having to put cabbages on my breasts because of the engorgement. No, I don't know, it was absolute magic. I don't, God was on my side. But so how I weaned him, I took him to my mom's for 3 days, and I was actually really worried. Is 3 days enough? But that's literally all I had, like that's what I had to work with. And when he came back, he did want to go for my breast at night and stuff, but it only took maybe another 2 days and he had like forgotten about it, and we were now fine. I've heard of other people saying they use miripiri, to put miripiri on your breast. I don't know if that's even comfortable for you as an adult, because miripiri is wawa, but I think there are various other techniques. So yeah, that's my breastfeeding video, guys. It was very quick. I hope you can share your comments of your breastfeeding journey. When did you introduce formula? Did you do the whole 6 months without putting formula? Are you still breastfeeding in 2 years? I can't imagine still breastfeeding now, like, because he's not yet 2, but there are some heroes out there who breastfeed till 2. I remember even when I was weaning my son, my mom in excitement, she would ask, do you want to have another child? Because tinozwa kuti vanhu vanorumura kana vakuda number 2. I'm looking, I'm like, queen. No, I'm just getting bitten and I don't want it anymore. But yeah, I think in her head she was like nudging my dad, going, they want another one. And I'm just like, no. But yes, so that was my breastfeeding journey. I'm hoping you guys can share your experience, especially those that did 100% pumping. I know my sister-in-law did that, and she had a medela bra, and my sister also did that. She had a medela bra where you wear the bra and the bottles are pumping, and the pump is in your pocket and you're pumping. So it's a whole journey, but that was my medela journey. I totally recommend for those maybe who are looking for pumps to use with their babies. I think medela is a good brand, although I think that there are probably other good brands out there, just as good brands, but tried and tested. We've had medela for 8 years, and we'll have medela for generations to come, because we've got space and stuff. But yes, that's me. It was a short and quick one. Please share your experiences, your breastfeeding journeys, whether you're still breastfeeding. Some people breastfeed after 2 years. Good be with them. But yes, that's your choice. So just share your experiences. I'd really like to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much. Subscribe, comment, and share. Good night.